to my channel. My name's Joyce and this is Joyful Noise Creations. If we're not familiar with each other, I herald from the lands of Instagram. What I did there is I showed my different junk journal spreads and tips and tricks that you can do with your own journaling to make it more efficient, fun, better, I don't know, whichever one fits you. On this channel, I'll not only be doing more journaling stuff, but I'll just be showing my different favorite hobbies and how I do them and how you can do them too. Especially if you're working girly, this is your third space. This is our third space where we get to be whimsy, try new and different things, learn new things. In this video, we're gonna be doing a recap of my 2025 spreads in my very first journal. I did discover junk journaling this past year and I've loved it ever since. I have a few empty spaces, some of them aren't finished. It's not perfect. As with junk journaling, there is no rules, so it's okay. I'll always come back to them and you'll hear me talk about it more in the video. And also I'll be giving you some tips on where you can like get your junk from to use in your journal, inspo for your new journals if you're starting this year, and just a walkthrough of like my thought process and like maybe ways I can help you start junk journaling if you want to this year. Let's get started. Okay, this right here is my very first journal and I started it in November 30th, 2024. Yes, I know she's gonna turn 2 years this year and I still haven't finished, but my goal is to finish it before March. I'm saying before March. So before we get into it, let's start from the cover. I have a few stickers here. I really love this sticker, but it was not durable. I got it from a Five Below sticker sheet. These two are from Unicorn Eclipse. This other one is from Just Illustrations. Like, these are just some of my few favorite big stickers that I was like, I have to use them. And then this sticker I made, I've gotten a few compliments from this. It's Taking All the Courage. I really love it. And it's very real. So yes, that's it for the cover. Now let's dive in. First 2 pages, I don't really do anything. I have this thing where even in like notebooks, I don't write on the first few pages, so these are blank. And so my official intro page. So here I just put stuff together. It took me like I think a couple of days to get this done because I feel like I struggle getting, like, I know what the final product should look like, but getting there is a bit hard. I just went with like a blue and pink theme with like a few accent colors. This is like kind of my favorite one because most of these stickers I made, other than this coconut and the kitty cutout, which I got from like a blind box, I made the flowers and the buttons, these letters. It's just like so fun and cute and very colorful. I love the colorfulness. And I took this generational photo with a Polaroid, so unfortunately I don't even have a digital version of this. It was just mostly a collage, and this was like kind of like my first mistake page. This wasn't my first spread in this journal. I made the mistake of using this very thick cardstock before I learned the trick of like removing the back, so it was like kind of ripping apart. So I had to put washi tape later on to like stick it together. For the next page, this is when we start entering unfinished territory. I was supposed to do a like collage here, but every time I would start, I just didn't like how it turned out. This one was supposed to be an about me part that I would like get into and like I guess essentially talk about myself, which is also a good idea if you're starting your journal, having an intro page and then having an about me section. If I could do it over, I would have probably moved this here so I could have this page up on the other side and just make it one. So I say all the things about me, like favorite colors, favorite things, current favorites. But yeah, so far it's just like notebook pages together until I write something down. Next is this trip I took to Kenya. Essentially, I just like put all the things that were associated with it. Like I made a packing list, so I cut that out when it was over to put it in here. Stickers put on your luggage when we arrived. This is the boarding pass, which it's so sad that these things fade over time. I plan on scanning my journals eventually so I can just have them digitally, even if like at one point it's just gonna be like a white piece of paper in here because it fades. And then this is like one of my first interactive portions of the journal where I made like a window, an airplane window, which is kind of cute. So when I was on the plane, I already like knew about junk journaling. So I was like, oh, let's take a photo. Let's take a photo and I'll put that in the journal for however that's gonna look like. And this is how it turned out. In here I have, what is it? A train ticket for when we went to the coast when we were over there. So yeah. yeah, there's that. And this was pretty simple. This was before I got into the junk part. I would say most of this is scrapbooking at this point, low-key. Another unfinished loved one. It was supposed to be like based off like the city of Nairobi and like where we went. And this was us at KICC, me and my sister, me, the foods we ate. We also went to the museum. I'm pretty sure it's the Nairobi National Museum. And so I made like a little booklet of the things we saw. And it was pretty cool. This next page, I'm not really sure what I was supposed to do here, so I think I'll just make this a collage. This is also another tip. Whenever I get stuck and I don't know what to put in between pages, I just make a collage. There was a time where I moved out after college to be a big girl. And so this is like that time from move in to move out where I just had stuff going on in between, like my job, moving into my first apartment, going to a Beyonce concert, turning 22, going to Texas for Christmas. So now, this is the official first spread that I made. And I think I did pretty darn good. I did this all in one day. One day-ish. Most of it was done in one day. So we went to Annapolis, Maryland. It was like around Christmas time, so that's why we have like the Christmas tree. And my aunt came over from Belgium and we just like went out and saw what was out there. So I collected as much as I could when we went. I got a map of the area, which is what's on the background here. I got a brochure from the boat ride that we took and I cut out the photo, which thank goodness it came out as a Polaroid. Like the photo was a Polaroid, so I just like cut that out and it looked like I took the picture. They gave us a sticker on board. I bought my favorite, to this day, my favorite dish from this pottery store over there. It's called the Annapolis Pottery. If you're ever near there, go check it out. I just put like the receipt, the label that was on it, and then added all the pictures from that trip. These I got from there's like a sticker, well, I thought it was a sticker book when I was buying it, but there's this like book of like letters where you can just cut it out and attach them. I'm kind of glad they're not stickers, but I wish they were because it would be easier and I feel like I would use them more. I just wrote like little notes, like locations, like Dock Street was here, here's a photo of Dock Street, a crab from Maryland and the Maryland flag. I just like made little watercolor drawings of that. And then this is the Christmas of 2024 and there's not much to it. But I would say if they still have them, I don't know, they're probably gone by now. But if they're still selling like Christmas scrapbook paper at Michael's, make sure you get at least one and then use that for the rest of the year. Since 2024, I've been using this same scrapbook paper to like make stuff. So this was like the first year I got it, so I used it. I incorporated a bit of the wrapping paper from that year in the center so that it's not too thick there. I did like a roll call of all of us in here. Here am I in the first page. And like a menu of the things we cooked. We made some Kenyan meals. And then I made a section for what I got. This is the year I got my sprocket. I got some money. I did not get like, what is this, $400 of things. I just wanted to have a lot of pieces of paper on here. This is the book that I was talking about that I got these letters from. And then my dog, I love her, Miss Teeny Weed. Her name is Tiny, but she has many names. Next is this Google recap type of thing for the year of 2024. I just need to write what happened in 2024 for this to be finished, but for the most part, that's it. I just like put photos of, wrote a little bit about what was going on in each area. And some of these are finished, some of them are not. We will not name names. And it just goes on to the back. This is when we enter 2025 finally. Here I just like, this one was a bit complicated. I like cut it out so it's like two separate things technically. So I like cut out 2022 with an X-Acto knife. It looked bad, so I went over with black marker and put a glitter cardstock behind it to make it look interesting. I did a bingo card last year, so this is like all the things I finished doing. This year I'm also gonna do it again. This one I got inspired from Pinterest because they had like a picture that was just this part that says pour yourself a big cup of tea and remember life can be lovely. So I just like decided to make it like a gratitude spread. I wrote like all the things I was grateful for at the time. I got a Kenyan tea bag and like cut off the tag so I could like put it in the kettle so it could look like a real teapot, I guess. The only issue is I used a marker that like left, like over time has like left this like yellow, I don't even know what that is, but yeah, that's the results of that. Oof. On to another unfinished one. This one was supposed to be all the books I read that year, and I started it. I even finished this side, so I was supposed to print pictures from my sprocket and add them onto here, but I just never got to it. I was reading a lot of A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is like a picture of Dolores that I was gonna have the windows open, and this would be behind there. So cool stuff. For some of the decor I have on the bookshelves are like based off like the books that I read that year. So like The Housemaid, but like Fourth Wing, I drew like the dragon. So little hints as to the things that I read. The next spread is from a local coffee shop that I tried out. I really loved it that first time. I got a BLT sandwich, which was gigantic, so that's why I wrote the never-ending sandwich. And they had like a lot of good merch. I got apple juice, so I put that wrapper here. They had a sticker, a gigantic one, so I like cut off the bean and put it down here. Used the sticker that they put on the sandwich wrapping here. I used one of their cards to like expand on that. I learned how to paint with acrylic markers just to do this. And so it's like basically extends when you flip over, so it like goes further in. I thought of the extending part a little bit later, so it doesn't happen for the cup and this croissant, but like for the eggs and the orange juice, it just goes a long way. Fun interactive thing you'll notice in this journal is that I love a good flip over. A little good flip over is always gonna do a number on me. Yeah, there's that. Next is this spread from Galentine's Day, where me and my Bible study sisters hung out and like exchanged candy. Here's like the imitation of the chocolates we ate. Got pretty patties. So I used the wrapper to make a pretty patty and wrote this, my prettiest patty. So very fun. Very easy to just like make something small like that. Next is a washi display. Like this was like my first few washi tapes, so I put them here so I can like reference how they look. Another more true junk journal-y type of thing. I put all the wrappers of things that fit in the same color theme. So I have like Jersey Mike's, Noodles, Dunkin', and the Dunkin'. So can you guess what it's gonna do? Flip over. So I printed a picture of donuts with my sprocket, put it underneath, made it look like a donut box. The strawberries and all these other berries were from the Chobani yogurt, and I just cut it off from the box that they come in and stuck them on here because they looked cute. Another thing we did last year was we went to the See a Shrek musical. Inside I was supposed to do like a little play scene of Shrek. It was supposed to be beautiful. Next is when I was learning to make stickers with my Cricut, and this is like my lesson learned page. I was making Lucky Charmed. These were the stickers I was making, and like I put like little lessons I learned. Like, print on best to avoid patchy printing and stuff like that. Very, very intricate. I love it. I love how busy it is. I love everything's going on. And this is one of the few times where I was okay seeing the background. I always cover everything on my page, so to see like the actual just like book is rare, so I love when I let myself do that. This one is recent as yesterday. I made this yesterday using the old calendar from 2025. I already started the collage for this side, but I had another vision in mind, but it was just not coming together. So I was like, you know what? Let's just make it ocean themed. This part is the calendar. This part was from a magazine, also calendar, same page of the calendar. And these are like leftovers of these cutouts, and I found a bunch of seashells from a magazine. Where is it? I found these seashells, so I plan on cutting these out and like adding them somewhere more on this page. This is like what I mean by just make a random collage when you don't know what to do. Like just cut stuff out and put them together, and now you have a spread. Next is when we made boba tea. Very bobalicious. First full-on Cricut project I made. I made this boba cup with the Cricut, and it took a bit of time, but it was pretty fun to make. This was a trip we took to Rehoboth Beach with my church. And when I was on that trip, I got Chipotle from the first time. With packaging and wrapping from that, I used it for the background, as you can see. I went through a magazine to find all these different pieces. And if you look very closely, you'll notice these are cheese. This is rice. I cannot find rice, and mind you, I have like Bon Appetit food magazine, so you'd expect to find some in there, but I couldn't find any. Therefore, I just used rice towards the end. But for the most part, like this is like the order, my favorite order. It was a honey chicken bowl that I like to get, and so I printed out my phone with like the order on it, and I gave it 4 stars because I loved it. It was very good. And I made sure to cut out the aluminum thing that comes out, I think the bowl cover. So if you want to see the full video of me making this, I have it up on my Instagram. Yeah, it was very fun to make. I made it while watching a movie, so it was pretty quick. My strawberry shortcake spread. This one is more of a scrapbooking one, but I did reuse like old packaging from like a sticker order I got, like when I ordered one. I printed out some pictures. This is my first time using stamps, and I even have them right here. I got them from Amazon. Very, very fun to use. I love them. I don't think I'm a fan of strawberry shortcake, but this was fun to make. So this is my 2025 top 10. I just put the 10 things that I really loved this year. Bride is like one of my favorite books that I read this past year. I discovered plantains. Oh my gosh, a fried plantain. I love a fried plantain. This perfume from Victoria's Secret, Midnight Sun. Even though Spotify would love to tell you that it wasn't my top album, it was to me. And then apple pie has been that girl this year, and I just tried a whole bunch of drinks from Dunkin' this year, like matcha, their holiday drinks, and I really had fun with that. So I snatched this off one of the cups and put it in here. And this is like an old Peppa the Pig calendar from 2022. So I put this also in here, and it was a great background. So remember, use those old calendars. I intentionally pick calendars that I like the pictures from so I could use them in my journal later on. Another washi tape spread. This was supposed to be like a picture frame gallery thing. Spread from this summer, so all the things we went out to do. I had Chili's for the first time. We went to Asian food festival market, and there I got my first Smitsky. That's this diva right here. Use another old calendar here, some of the wrapping from the food we got. This ocean spray is just random. I just wanted to use a sticker. This one is also another recent one. It was a recent one for August. So that day, me and my sister like went out for like 2 days. Like we used a Friday, Saturday to just hang out and be sisters. So that day we went to Pop Mart, got insomnia cookies. But that day I didn't get the insomnia cookie wrapping because I was shy. So the most recent time when we went together, I made sure to ask for an extra one, and that's who this is. So guys, be brave and ask for it. The following day, we went thrifting, and that's where we got these 2 watches, which I love to wear. Also on this day, we went to Paris Baguette, but I didn't have any more room this side, so yeah. Because it was like uneven, I just made a random sticker dump of like all the old button stickers that I made, but are like not the best quality. This was like my first round, so they're blurry and I don't like that. So I just put them all in here, but it's supposed to look like it's a sewing kit or something. This next one was all the blind boxes. This is the one that I discovered how to remove the back of the boxes so it's not thick and making your journal even more bulky. Yeah, I did that. I have a video on my Instagram on how to do that, but I think I'll add it on here for shorts. So it's just all the blind boxes and all the fun things. This was a recap of September and all the things that happened that month. So made this Polaroid frame out of, I think, white cardstock, and I just put like washi tape over it and cut it out so that it could look like a real Polaroid frame. This one I used like magazine snippets and this like stuck them onto a page and also cut it out. I think I'll make a video for that because that made no sense with me explaining it. Also, once again, a victim of the old calendar. It's outside, so I made it look like a window frame so it looks interesting. This was my fall bucket list. This one took me forever to do. I did do some of these things, but I just didn't cross it out because I liked how it looks untouched. This one was also another collage to fill up space. So I just used all the receipts. This one was a daily challenge that I did in October to just get myself to be more flowy with the whole journaling thing. So I just like got something every single day for the full 31 days to put into my journal. For example, I had noodles this day. I had Sour Patch Kids this day. I just got my stamps set this day, so I made this. And then the background is a bunch of pieces from a magazine that I cut out that I felt like were fall colored and themed. Next is this Wicked spread from when we went to see the movie with my sister. They got me. The marketing got me. I went and got the matcha multiple times, but these are just a few of the receipts. These are our movie tickets. And I used my Cricut to like make these circles for them with their frames essentially. So hers is a bubble. Hers is supposed to like give and I printed the backgrounds on sticker paper, and I don't think I'm gonna do that again because when you move anything that you stuck on there, it like rips the color off. So that's why I have washi tape hiding that there. This one is also a very true junk spread. I use like old tags, receipts. Like the background is a newspaper. The thank you bag you get when you get takeout. I just made it like a red, blue, and silver theme. This part right here is actually also interactive. It's supposed to open up and you could like actually take the stuff out. Then there is the Christmas one, where as Christmas time was coming, I took some of the holiday designs off the Dunkin' cups to put them in here. So this is like from a hot drink. This is from the cold drinks. It's just like, I just literally cut up the cup. These circles are actually from a Yankee Candle bag when you go shopping there. It's supposed to be Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas, so it's time. And if I didn't do that justice, you will most likely hear Mariah singing that part. Next is just another collage that says sunny days are coming, and one of my favorite Bible verses, which is I remain confident of this, I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Psalms 27 verse 13. Once again, use an old calendar and put a sticker that I made. This was Christmas time. It's a kind of a collage of everything. Not really specific to anything. Like I got crumble for the first time, but I put that here. Once again, trick. Use the background year after year. This is still that same book that I used in the 2024 Christmas spread. So I just used more paper from that booklet and got some food from Honey Girls. I de-cardboarded it so that I could use it. The candies that I loved this season, and yeah. Okay, now we're in the home stretch and my camera is heating up, so I need to hurry up. So basically this one is Christmas, thank you. Took pictures for my sprocket. Not my favorite pictures, but you get an essence of who's in there, so it's fine. Wrapping paper, and this year we made a wrapping paper with my dog's face on it, so yeah, we love to see that. Yes, next. Next is some of the stuff I did get for Christmas. So I got like jelly roll, what is it called? Paper Mate gel pens, and because I only had it enough for one page, I just did another random one that kind of matched the theme. So my sister got a Peach Riot blind box, so I used that. I used the back of it here because I know the back of these blind boxes never get love, so I just chose to use it here and use some other old scraps and junk. And because I frequent Walgreens ever since I learned how to like make background paper on there, this is it. And lastly, this is a Auntie Anne's review. It was supposed to be a review, but it's just gonna be a normal spread where I just like color coded and themed and used the wrapping from when I went for the first time and had it. So yeah, that is all I have so far. This is kind of how 2025's journal is looking. I only have a couple of pages. I really only have like 5 or 6 in the back that aren't done. That's where I'm at. I really love this journal, and my camera's dying, so I'll let me yap from a different angle. So this is Joyce from the other angle. Thank you for watching to this point. If you have, hopefully you found it interesting, informative, and you learned something new. If you liked what you've seen so far and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, guys. I want to see you again. I want to see you again, bestie, okay? So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the next time I post. And I'll see you next time, and remember, use that junk, okay? All right, bye.